It's looking a little ominous over there. Quite a few dark clouds. Hopefully we won't catch too much rain. Yeah, it didn't go out yesterday because it rained pretty well constantly all day. So we got quite a bucketing. I was contemplating going to vote today in the federal election. It's the first day you can do pre-poll, but I think I might wait till tomorrow and check out who the candidates are, and just do it in town. So yeah, it might be busy today. First day there might be a bit of a rush, so hopefully and the netty teething problems will be overcome the first day, and the second day they should have their act together, and hopefully not a big crowd. So it's a lot better way of voting though. You don't have to go through you don't generally have crowds. It's just walk in, walk out pretty well. So I prefer that, and I can't see myself changing my voting intentions in the next 3 weeks, but I guess there could be some amazing scandal that can take place. Things can change in that period of time, but main reason is I just don't want to go with the big crush on election day. It's a pain. I'd rather do it in a more civilised manner a few weeks earlier. It doesn't worry me. And as I say, very rarely would I ever contemplate changing a vote at the last moment. I'm pretty well been locked in for 6 to 12 months now, I think, with my intentions. So just got to work out the preferences, I guess, is the only question now. And not that it's a big deal, it's just one lousy vote, doesn't count for much. I've also got problems with my sound system too, and I got I contacted the help desk for Dick Smith Cogan, and they came up with the same BS reply that I've got to make a video explaining the problem. I wrote down what the issues were. I'm just getting one channel of sound, and I don't see making a video, how that's going to help anything. I think it's used as a way for them to basically fob you off. I think it's a pretty pathetic form of customer service. There'd be a lot of people. I mean, I can make a video quite easily, but I wouldn't do it on principle, because that's not customer service. It's not going to improve anything, me talking to a camera and explaining exactly the same issue as I do when I write down. I can actually fairly clearly state what I need and what issues are. So I just think it's ridiculous. It's probably a sign that people coming out of school these days are totally illiterate, and the only way they can communicate is via video clips. I mean, if that is the case, it's a pretty damning implication for our education system, which isn't travelling very well apparently anyway on international standards. And when you go to a place like Vietnam, you see how conscientious they are at learning. We're going to get creamed, seriously. Unless we pull our fingers out, we are going to get creamed in this country. It's certainly a speed bump in the road, what we're encountering right now, I think. We're not the clever country, that's for sure. We really need to pull up our socks, in my opinion. But anyway, that's the situation with Dick Smith Cogan online. That's the sort of customer service they provide. I'm almost thinking if I don't get any satisfaction from it, because I just want to return the item, I think they're going to have to take it back. And, you know, making a video, what's that going to prove, seriously? So if they don't give me any satisfaction, I'm thinking I'd just go to some place like Consumer Affairs and complain, because I think this is ridiculous. I've never come across that anywhere else where people have asked you to make a video, but they've done this twice to me now, and I'm getting pretty jack of it. As you can see, it's pretty grey out there at the moment. If you can get through the foliage there. Yeah, it's a wet old day, and I'm just going to head off and hopefully do my pre-polling. Just go to the vote centre, and I'm going to have to probably fill out all the Senate ticket out myself down at the bottom below the line, because I can't work out what these parties are preferencing. So they don't tell you online, which is pretty pathetic. I mean, the Electoral Commission doesn't have that information. I wish it did. it would help a bit, because I'd just like to know what, you know, which party's preferencing who, because I don't trust these bastards. They do deals between themselves and what have you. I'd rather just empower myself, even though it's just one lousy vote and it probably has no bearing on anything. It makes me feel a little better that I'm actually doing the preferencing to who I think it should go. Personally, I don't know why we don't have optional preferential. It's definitely the most democratic system. It empowers the voter to choose how they vote. If they only want to pick one candidate, that's up to them. And if that vote is lost, well, again, it's up to them. But forcing people to have to fill in every box, I think, is crazy. And I think the optional preferential system is a much better system and should be adapted by federal polls as well as in state polls. But you know, it's just my opinion. It's quite foggy over there. I just contacted another Sparky because I haven't heard back from one I actually emailed a while back. They're obviously not interested. Same goes for kitchen renovation place just up the road here, Smith & Sons. They didn't bother getting back to me either, so I'll have to look for another builder as well. So if they're not interested, fair enough. Why should I bother? So yeah, maybe some of these trades have got a lot of work on. So, but the ones I just contacted have had very good reviews in Google, and they've had a number of reviews, so that's a good sign. So, and they'll give me a free quote. Some places won't even give you quotes anymore, so unless you pay them. So that's pretty ordinary. As far as I've heard that about about bathroom renovations and what they're like. So yeah, that's pretty ordinary, having to pay for a quote. But personally, I think that's a bad sign. I mean, if they stand by their work and what have you, they should be able to convert most of their quotes into business, you would think. But yeah, well, we'll see how much it's going to cost. But these fluoros are driving me nuts. There's a couple not working, and they're so poorly designed it's almost impossible to replace them. You have to be a real handyman to do it properly. I mean, it's ridiculous just to replace a light. I can do that normally, but not with these circular fluoros. It pains in the arses. It's a matter of fitting them into the casing. Just really difficult and fiddly. So, but I hate fluoros anyway, so I'd be happy to just get rid of them. And I may be able to get LED lights, but I'm not sure that technology is mature enough yet for that. So we'll see. And finally, the Office Works got back to me a day later than I was told that they would have the external hard drive in, which is a 4 terabyte monster. Still people out going through the rain. Yeah, they didn't have keyboards, the cheap keyboards at the local Office Works either. Another thing I'm looking at definitely getting now is a new GoPro 7, so you might see a boost in quality of these videos. But it's got a low light setting, which is what I've been looking for, and it's got a screen at the back so I can actually see what I'm actually photographing, so that's nice. And apparently the sound's better, image quality is better, stabilization, it's got that as well, very good stabilization, picture stabilization. So yeah, it's got a few things going for it, and it'll be about $450, which is $150 less than I actually paid years ago when I bought this old veteran GoPro Hero Black 4. That's how far back I am. I'm about 3 versions behind on the latest. So, but the big improvement, one of the big improvements would be that little screen at the back. It says LED screen, so I can actually see what I'm shooting, and also fiddle around with the settings, because I just can't see this tiny LED, this black and grey LED display is hopeless for me with my eyesight. So it'll be a big improvement. But see, I just spent about $1,200 or so on that new computer, which seems to be working okay. Yeah, a lot of traffic. Yeah, nice and wet. These metal bridges will come in very handy in this weather. Keep the water away. Yeah. I'm having real hassles with technology lately. I've been cursed since I've come back. I've had a few issues, so and it can be very frustrating. But I'll keep persevering. Now, one thing I've got going for me is plenty of time to work this out. So I'll get on top of it at some stage. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.